Stampers, Kim from stampingandperfection.com. Welcome to my craft room. I wanted to share another technique for stamping on patterned paper, and I want to share one showing you this new Affectionately Yours Specialty Designer Series paper. And I'm choosing this because I was looking for something with a dark background and a floral print. I love florals, and some people find them hard to use, but I just really love how they really just make a wow on your card. And I also wanted to show you that this Specialty Designer paper, all of the Designer Series paper is two-sided. It's got two different patterns. They coordinate with each other. All the papers in the package coordinate. In this particular package, since it's a specialty paper, usually you get 6 different sheets with 12 different patterns, one on each side, 2 of each pattern. In this one, you get 10 different patterns of the two-sided paper, and then you get 2 sheets of this specialty paper, and you can see the gold foil in that. Isn't that fantastic? So I haven't decided. I just want to use those for something really special, so I have to dream up something I'm going to do. Now I chose one of the dark blue backgrounds, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss this, and I've got I'm still using this Layering Love stamp set. I really love these. Whenever I stamp on big, bold, dark prints, and even if this had a larger floral image, I wouldn't hesitate to use it for this technique. And when I choose papers like this, I choose large stamps. Here are 2 that I created a little while ago. This one has the gigantic thank you from the Many Thanks stamp set, and the new catalog has a lot of giant thank yous, and there's one big happy birthday in there that would be fantastic for that. Imagine, like, you need to do nothing to that card but stamp that sentiment, emboss it, and it's 3 simple layers, and it's beautiful. Then here's another one, and I'm using the Enjoy the Little Things, and I used the other dark blue pattern that was in there with the little florals, and I liked it, but I thought that the tiny little florals close together kind of ate up the sentiment. Although I really, up close, I like it. I don't like the way it's showing on camera, but I really like it holding it in my hand. So I thought I would try that on this background and see if I liked it a tiny bit better. So here I'm going to do this sideways. So I'm using a piece of Daffodil Delight. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Then I've got a piece of Cucumber Crush. This is cut at 4 3/4. I know, 5 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to be my base. And then I have a piece of this wonderful paper, Affectionately Yours, and this is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and take this sentiment, and I'm going to ink it up really well with my Versamark. My Versamark is nice and goopy because I just re-inked it. So I'm going to put this a little to the side because I think I'm going to add some white baker's twine to this, or some white organza ribbon. Okay, now you can't see the Versamark, but it is on there. You can catch it a little bit. I can see it, but I know you can't see it. I'm going to take a piece of white, this is just copy paper. It's scrap paper, so I'm going to take that. And notice I didn't use I never remember to use my embossing buddy. Before you stamp it, you should be using your embossing buddy to get rid of the static, so that you don't get clumps of, like I have a few clumps sticking on your paper, but I usually find that just turning it over like this usually helps. Just like that. And if you have some other big clumps, or you want to take a small paintbrush and just brush those away, but I don't mind that little bit of sparkle or that little bit of shine on there. So I'll go ahead and add that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and just glue this stamped image, and that did come out really pretty. You can see the difference on the background that's got a little bit, it's a little less busy compared to the one that's really busy. I really like the way that comes out. But I do have to say the bigger image is my favorite. That would look fabulous on the other background too. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay, definitely want some organza ribbon, I think. I like the way the organza looked on that. Baker's twine would be really pretty on this also. And I'm going to just keep it as a knot. And because I used the ribbon, I will back this with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I usually use 5. And I have not attached this ribbon down at all, and you can see it's a little crooked, so I can adjust that when I flip it back over. And I like it because it just really draws your attention to the backgrounds. And you can see the difference between the same sentiment on the two slightly different patterns. And you can see the difference between the gigantic sentiment versus the slightly smaller sentiment. Now, when I say slightly smaller, that is still a very big sentiment. It's not a little tiny sentiment. So I'm choosing on these bold papers, these dark papers, I'm selecting bigger sentiments. Okay, so there you go. Thanks for watching. Give this video a like and share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my blog at stampingimperfection.com. Thanks for watching.